Hey all, it's Alma with the Cat's Pajamas, and today I'm going to show you how to create this card using Gamsol dies and our stamp set. We'll be using this cute image from our Live More stamp set. I've cut a panel using our clouds and balloon die to cut the top out. Using the Misty and black Marvy ink, I'll stamp the image. If you miss a part, don't worry. The Misty lets you restamp in exactly the same spot. Now, once I get a good image, I'm coloring it up with my Prismacolor pencils. Now, I think I want to ground this image a bit, so I'm using a thin marker to draw in a grass line and then coloring that in. And while I like the look of just the pencil, I really want the colors to pop, so I'll use my Gamsol to help blend the coloring. To apply the Gamsol, I'm using these cardboard stumps. Each end has a designated color, so I don't mix the colors when I'm blending. Now, if you haven't tried Gamsol, it's easy. Start by coloring the image with Prismacolor pencils. Then simply dip the stump into the Gamsol and use a circular motion to help drag out the color. And basically what I'm doing is I'm kind of feeling around when I'm coloring what should be shadow, where the highlight should be. For me, it's just simpler to add the color in where the shadow will be and then use the Gamsol to drag the color out and leave the highlight. The Gamsol dissolves the wax binder in the pencil and it makes it easy to spread. You can apply the color a little bit heavier since the Gamsol deters the wax bloom. Basically what you're doing is you're dissolving the wax every time you use the Gamsol. That means there won't be much wax binder to build up for the wax bloom. So I'm going to keep on coloring and adding Gamsol, blending out as I go. And these little stumps make it a little bit easier to color because they're nice and pointy on the end. And I'm just coloring light layers of color as I go. I think I'll add a little bit more grass here underneath. And I think I'm pretty much done. Maybe the color of the bird. Now as a finishing touch, I think I'm going to watercolor a bit of color to the background. And I'm taking care not to touch the stamped image because I stamped that in dye ink. Now I'll set it aside and create the card base. Start with a piece of spring green cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11-inch piece. Fold that in half. And then layer a piece of white cardstock and then a piece of designer paper. Now I'll add another panel of designer paper. I'll kind of audition where I want the stamped image to go. Now I think I want this cloud panel to stand out a little bit, so I'm going to do another solid cloud panel just to make that stand out a little bit. I'm going to add the smile die cut. And I want the smile die cut to be on several panels. The top half will be on a higher level, so we don't need the foam there. But the bottom half will be lower, so we're adding the foam for support. So I've cut the word out of foam, and I'm cutting the foam where the 2 layers will be. So I'll glue the bottom half of the foam to the bottom half of the smile die cut. Now the word will have support when I put it on the card. So let's put it all together. First, some foam tape on the back of this panel with the mouse. And you can see this is where I want the smile. So I'll add some glue. And place that right there. Now, as a finishing touch, I'm going to add some sequins for a bit of shine. Just a couple of dots of glue, and then I'll attach the sequins. Making this Gamsol card was really easy, and I hope you give it a try. And if you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a great day!